The Lakers aren't just bad right now, they are terrible. The new car smell from the start of the season that JJ Redick brought to the team is finito, and once again the Lakers are smelling like garbage truck juice and cigarette smoke. In their last two games, they have lost by 29 to the Wolves and 41 to the Miami Heat, two teams who themselves have been absolutely piss poor to start the year. The historic season that AD was off to is dissipated. Gabe Vincent is somehow still getting minutes on his team. Whatever his name is, Jared Vanderbilt. Let me do that again. Whatever his name is. Oh, JV. Yeah, we gonna tell him just. Nah, you know what? Keep this, Joe. We gonna fuck around and figure this out, okay? Listen, man. Jared Vanderbilt has played less games than Joel Embiid the last 2 years. Same for Chris. I ain't gotta get these brothers' names right. Same for Christian Wood. They have no real center. They ain't got nobody that's a 3-and-D player on the wing. And worse yet, man, LeBron James is starting to look 40. I recognize that everybody has a slump, but at some point, it ain't a slump. It's father time. And it's going to catch up with Bron. He is less than 30 days away from turning 40, okay? And is still being asked to be, at worst, the second best player on the marquee franchise in all of the NBA. Forget the physical aspect of being 40. The mental aspect of having this league on his back for 20 plus years, I'm sure, is exhausting. But this Lakers team, it is constructed poorly. They have no elite shooting outside of rookie Dalton Connect, and it requires Bron and AD to do entirely too much. I don't even understand how, in a league so deep in talent, that people are begging for expansion. We need more teams to fill because we got too many good players. We need expansion. Somehow, this Lakers roster is barren with talent. It confuses me. Of course, it's another indictment on Rob Pelinka. So the fumble of the week this week goes to anybody out there who thought it would be a good idea to have LeBron James at 40 years old be the driving force for a championship caliber team. It's just a bad strategy, recipe for disaster. We're seeing it playing out in real time. Samaria, is the Lakers season already over?
Okay, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know LeBron James. I don't. I've seen him play a few times. I don't know the man. But what I feel confident in saying that whatever's happening, he wants that to happen.
To miss threes? What do you mean?
You
mean like him being the focal point?
Yes, that's what he wants. And if I thought I heard somewhere that he wants to play as many games as he can this season. Like he wants to play all 82 games. That's what I thought I heard. Is that right?
He said that, yeah.
So it's like all of the things that he knows that he cannot play all of those games and have a true shot at the NBA Finals. It's like, I think I heard somebody say this on ESPN, what are you playing for? Because if you're playing for a championship, then you got to rest. You cannot play all of these games. It's like, are you playing these games for stats? Are you playing these games for records? Because it's just straight, like it's, why
this team is bad because this team is too bad for him to rest.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's nobody that can fill his shoes. This roster is depleted. There's not enough talent on this roster. Period. Again, Jared Vanderbilt hasn't played in almost like 2 years. It feels like.
Yes.
Gabe Vincent is putting up 0.000 stat lines on a nightly basis. I'm not even being funny. Like I don't understand how you on the court in the NBA for 18, 20 minutes and you don't record a single statistic. It's crazy. And so if Bron doesn't play, now you're looking at, what are you going to ask Cam Reddish to all of a sudden go back to the high school version of himself to put the ball in the bucket? I think LeBron is trying to do what he feels like he needs to do to get his team in position to not have to be in the play-in tournament once again, which they're probably going to end up being.
Right.
And if he rests, he just doesn't have faith in this roster construction for them to be able to withstand his absence. And that's whack.
So that's what I'm saying. So why didn't anybody realize this?
They did. They tried. Like, remember, so Bron signed a new contract heading into this season, and he waited because he was willing to take less money if they were able to find somebody to bring in, to help this team. LeBron was willing to take less money to incorporate another elite talent onto this roster. It did not happen. And so he's like, well, hell, give me the max money then. The money got to go somewhere, right? And but unfortunately now it puts him in a position for his body to break down. I mean, Bron went 0 for 19 over the course of 3 games from 3. That
because this is his worst slump since his rookie season. It's not he
scored 11 points in the game. 11 points. Like that's not Bron like. That's not Bron like. And I'm starting to see some regression from Anthony Davis. In their game against the Miami Heat, he wasn't looking like the AD from early in the season. Now, granted, I always got to give AD a game or 7 throughout the course of a season where he's just checked out. He does that from time to time, but he was looking real like he didn't want to be there against the Miami.
What do you think happened? Because we were I feel like everybody was on this high at the beginning of the season. I don't know. I mean, I guess it just boils down to talent. They just don't have the bodies.
And the bodies they have keep getting hurt. Jackson Hayes went down with injury. Austin Reeves missed the last 2 games with an injury. And so when you already don't have enough talent, and Austin Reeves is a huge part of their offense and of their team, period. And so when he's not there, that's one less shot creator that they have on their team, and they don't have anybody. They literally don't have anybody else. Like literally nobody else. D'Angelo Russell has played decently, but he's such a wild card. And they just got to shake this roster up. There are moves to be made. They have their first round picks for next year's draft and future draft picks going forward. I think it's time to leverage them if you really want to maximize this window with LeBron over the next year or 2, however long this is. Yeah. But y'all let us know your thoughts on my fumble of the week. Have the Lakers done a terrible job in structuring this roster around LeBron James and Anthony Davis? And if so, does that mean that Rob Pelinka should be fired? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.